Hi, and welcome to this demonstration of the CLEER tool. We've made some updates recently to reflect new indicator disaggregates for indicator EG.12-7. So I'll demonstrate here a projection for you all using the CLEER tool, the Clean Energy Emission Reduction tool. I'm Katie O'Malley from ICF. I've been supporting the CLEER tool hosting, maintenance, and user questions for 6 years. Please feel free to reach out to us at our helpline. I'll show that at the end on our support and resources tab. Great. To get started, I'm logged into my account on cleer.org. I'll show you all our dashboard to get started by creating a project. All right, and I'll get started by creating a project here, clicking project. I'll name this project demonstration. You can add a project ID, number, value, a couple other summary informational pieces, and there are some help languages here in the bubbles for your review. Add a start date. Let's say this project started January 1st, 2020, and maybe it ends the end of the year, 2025. Add descriptions, tag a USAID group that the project reports to, add other owners and collaborators if needed. So I'll navigate to the next page, and this is where I see my home page. I can add individual actions here. These actions are individual projects associated with the project. They yield a single clean energy result, such as a solar photovoltaic mini grid. And so I'll create an action here to start, and that's where we'll create our projection. And any projections or individual reporting years you add will show up as a summary on this page down the road. So I'll click Add Action. This will navigate me to the Create an Action page, where I'll add in some details. For our example, we'll be doing a Columbia Solar project. So I will type that out, Columbia Solar. I select a technology type from the drop-down list here, solar photovoltaic system. I add the region and the country. And again, I can add project partners or a description here. And I see a preview below of potential data elements that may be required for estimating greenhouse gas emission reductions for this action and technology type. I'll go ahead and select Save and Estimate Projected GHG Emission Reductions. I could also save and return to the action details or estimate an individual annual greenhouse gas emission reduction for a given year. I'll navigate to the next page, and this is where I will start entering in some information specific to my project. So I'll have to know either the amount of energy I'm replacing, the size of the new solar panel system, and in addition, the years that these projects are active. So the first question is a new question. So for those of you who have seen CLEER before, this is where we've started implementing some improvements to facilitate the indicator EG.12-7 new disaggregates. So the first question, what is the current fiscal year or the year in which the action is being reported? So it's the year 2023 that I'm reporting this. The second question, select the first year when the project is expected to reduce or avoid emissions. So the project is in operation. If I'm projecting this project and it hasn't quite been installed yet, but I know it's going to be installed in 2024 and operational then, I can select the next year. If this project's already been in operation, maybe I'm reporting on this a little later, I can also select a year in the past or in the present to select here. So I'll select 2025. I know that this has maybe reached financial close and is operational in 2 years. I'll select default projection. I'm not trying to add any growth to this. I'm expecting this to remain the same and constant per year. Otherwise, you can click custom projection. On the next data input page, this is where I'll add in the specific capacity or energy generated or savings information. So this type of energy, this solar project, this installation, it's going to be replacing a type of renewable, it's going to be replacing a type of energy. Maybe that's electricity from generators. Maybe there wasn't anything previously. Potentially, I was using a direct fuel to generate electricity. But in this case, we'll say that this action is replacing grid electricity. I may or may not know that information. So as you can see, the tool, the questions change depending on my answer. In this case, I don't know the amount of electricity generated. It hasn't happened yet. I don't have a great estimate, but I do know the amount that is going to be installed in the future. So we know that this is going to be a 100 megawatt project. If I did know the amount of energy, you can enter in that, and that might be a more accurate result. In this case, I'm not going to have a tracking mount, and I don't have a site-specific capacity factor. If I did select this, I could see the specific latitude and longitudes. If I have a really specific site in mind, you'll get a much more accurate result. But in this case, we're just going to use a country average capacity factor. And finally, the only other question remaining is how the system is connected to the grid. In our case, this is a grid central utility generation project. So I'll save and navigate to the next page. On the next page, we'll see all of the summary input data that I added, along with a few technology factors or technology specific or emission factors that are maybe specific to my country. And all of these could be updated and adjusted within CLEER, which adds some additional flexibility. For instance, if I know that this project is maybe only operational about throughout the year, we can adjust those values here, recalculate. So I'll head to the next page. This review projection summary page will allow me to see our results of the project, this 100 megawatt solar project. These results will be shown in a way that disaggregates the results for each fiscal year. That'll allow me to report directly on this indicator, EG.12-7. So the first graph shows each individual year's results. I can hover over and see those varying results. They're decreasing each year due to an embedded technology degradation factor within CLEER. The solar panels are less efficient over time, so they result in fewer emissions that have been avoided. If I scroll down here, I see my EG.12-7 disaggregates in this table. I see my first year, my current year. This project hasn't been in operation yet, so we're not expecting any emission reductions. It doesn't start being in operation until 2025, so we also see fiscal year +1 2024, also with a 0 being reported. So the remaining fiscal years through 2033, that's FY +10, you see those results here, along with the remaining lifetime of the project. So this 25-year long lifetime, that's a default factor within CLEER. We see the full project going from 2025 to 2049. Those 25 years are summed below the full lifetime, this value here. If I scroll a little bit further, you'll see the projection details, all of my inputs and my responses, and I can download that if I'd like to Excel that same information. I'll navigate back to the action page, and you'll be able to see, again, the full summary of this projection below. Each individual year, those results again, and the total for the whole time series. So this is the individual years if you'd like that information. Finally, I'll navigate to the support and resources page here, where we can see all of the CLEER user guides. A few other YouTube demonstrations are linked here as well, along with some guides to help you navigate through those scenarios, a renewable auction, a distributed energy policy, and a building energy efficiency guide as well. Feel free to reach out to us on our clearhelp@icf.com user helpline. I'll scroll down here and show some of our Excel calculators, where we have the same functionality in Excel if connecting to Wi-Fi and internet is a challenge. Finally, our CLEER projections calculator in Excel allows users, again, to estimate projected greenhouse gas emissions reduced or avoided through 2070. In this tool, you have a little bit more transparency into the energy generated or saved, which may help you also with reporting to EG.12-8, a new energy efficiency indicator. You can see our default data sources here, along with our CLEER protocol, as well with our methods and data sets. Thanks so much for listening to this recording. Please feel free to reach out to our helpline if you have any questions or challenges. Thank you.